What was the hardest part of starting from scratch?
The hours that you have to put in at the beginning. Looking back now, it was a lot. You know, I wanted to work for myself. I wanted to help people.
It is very hard for people when they have their fingers in every single piece of the business to not have their fingers in every single piece of the business
absolutely.
as it grows.
I think we just got to a point where if we were going to continue down this path and grow it, I needed some help.
What's the goal this year?
Our goal this year is 9.1.
Where do you think it can go? Like, what do you guys think? What's our aspiration?
I honestly think we're just scratching the surface.
Welcome back to Owned and Operated, a top 200 business and entrepreneurship podcast. I am your host, John Wilson. Today, I'm joined by Ryan and Erin Osterkamp from Quality Comfort Home Services in Cincinnati. Thank you guys for joining the show. Glad to have you guys here. This is fun.
Thank you.
Invite.
We're here for our shop tour, which I think we do one every 6 months. This one is better attended than the last one. I think last one we had 10, and today we're supposed to have like 20 or 25. So it should be a good time.
That's awesome.
Good.
Yeah. Anything you guys are hoping to get from this visit?
I'm an operations person, so I like to know how the ins and outs work of the call center and the warehouse and stuff like that. So I'm hoping to just see how all the pieces fit together.
Well, I'd love to hear a little bit about the background of your family business. You started it 15 years ago, led it, I think, from a technical background first. You joined the business 9 years later. Just walk us through those first couple of years.
Sure. Yeah. So I started the business in 2011. I worked for another local company. I always say it was before we were, married, had kids. I always wanted to work for myself, start a business.
That is definitely the right time to do it.
Right. Exactly. So, I felt like technical wise, installs, service, I was doing everything. So first 2 years, it was just me, worked out of the house. We then had our first child, and working 7 days a week wasn't an option anymore.
Yeah.
So I hired my first employee.
Not a good option.
Not a good option. Exactly. So, I hired my first employee, got a little 500 square foot building, rented it for $300 a month, and started hiring some guys.
Yeah. How long did the first employee stay around?
So my first employee, which is funny enough, I hired him off of Craigslist.
It was 2011. It was a different time.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. He was with me for 8 years.
That's cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep. So,
yeah.
And then from there, like I said, we just slow growth over the last few years, or after that. And then, once it's been about 7 years ago, I actually got in touch with Elizabeth, who's our marketing director.
Okay.
She came on board, and that's when we started really focusing on growth for the company.
All right. Wait, when was that again? What year?
That was about 7 years ago.
Okay. Yeah, nice. And like full time?
Full time.
Okay.
She came on board full time. She was doing a little bit of freelance work for us.
Yeah.
Facebook and, a little here and there. And we really saw it working.
Yeah.
So then we had the conversation of bringing her on full time.
So that would have been, what is that, 2017? Does that feel right? 2019?
It was pretty much the same time I did. I came on board. So
yeah,
2018, 2019.
Okay. Well, I want to unpack that a little bit more, but let's talk about you joining the business.
Yeah. So I worked in healthcare. I was a nursing administrator at a children's hospital, and he was working a lot. I was working a lot. We had kids.
Let's work a lot together.
So we were like, let's work a lot together. And it has been amazing since. And it's been a good, we're joining forces at home, joining forces at work, built a team together. So, at that same time when he was hiring our marketing director, he was looking for someone who had operations experience. And it was either we do it together or we hire someone with my skill set. And we chose to do it together.
So 2019, how much revenue were we doing in 2019?
2 million.
Yeah, maybe roughly.
Okay.
2 million. Yeah.
And then how many technicians? Or team members?
Then?
Yeah. 6 or 8.
Of one install crew and 3 technicians. 4 technicians.
Yeah, plus office staff. So yeah, you're probably looking total maybe around because we do duct cleaning as well.
Yeah.
So we're roughly 8 to 10.
Okay.
Yep.
So marketing director and ops is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So like what was the discomfort or like what was the headwinds we were facing to bring on both of those at the same time? Customers today expect to see pricing before they ever reach out. And like it or not, transparency is the new baseline. And homeowners are wanting to understand their options before they even pick up the phone. Instead of fighting that shift, we just leaned into it. That's why we use Contractor Commerce at Wilson. It runs us about $1,600 a month, and we've rolled it across HVAC, plumbing, and electrical. We're using it for generator installs, water heaters, full HVAC replacements, and it is driving real revenue for us. We've had months with $20,000, $30,000, and even $40,000 in book jobs directly through the platform. In strong months, we're seeing double-digit jobs coming straight from our website. What it really does is it turns your website into like a guided sales experience, and customers can explore options, they can see some price ranges, and by the time they reach out, they're already educated and informed on what they want. If you're looking to modernize your sales process and capture demand that would otherwise bounce, it is worth checking out. Visit contractorcommerce.com and book a demo to see how Contractor Commerce turns your website into a 24/7 sales and qualification engine.
I mean, again, with my background, I'm good
And
with
your background is technical?
my background's HVAC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But technical
Technician.
HVAC, not sales HVAC.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. So the office,
Yeah.
the office stuff just wasn't really working for me. And it was a lot, going out. And I was, in the field.
Yeah.
Waking up, going out, running calls, doing installs, doing wearing as many hats as there are. And then coming home and doing payroll and doing paperwork and sending out quotes and this, that, and the other. So I think we just got to a point where if we were going to continue down this path and grow it, I needed some help.
And we were already organically growing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it didn't make sense to stop growing.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
So 8 to 10 full-time team members. Was there anyone in the office at that point?
One person.
We had one.
Okay, like call center, dispatch,
just CSR,
office manager style role.
just doing it all.
Yeah.
And then did they stay on, Erin,
For a
when
little
you came
bit.
into
Yeah,
business?
for a little
Okay.
bit. Yeah.
Okay.
And as we grew,
Gets more complicated.
it gets more complicated.
Yeah, those were always the hard ones. Like we had when I started in the business, it was a little bit smaller, and we had team members that like that office manager it is very hard for people when they have their fingers in every single piece of the business to not have their fingers in every single piece of the business as it grows.
Yeah.
And it's just every business we bought, it's been the same story.
Yeah.
Like you want them to stick around because they know where all the skeletons are, but they hate not having total control.
Sure,
Right.
Sort
absolutely.
of like
That
Yeah,
makes sense.
it's hard.
yeah, it's a hard thing.
Yeah.
All right. So administratively, that makes sense. Walk me through Elizabeth coming in 2019. Was this before or after Erin?
It was
right before.
Just before.
Right
Okay.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've known Elizabeth. She worked with a distributor that I worked with for a long time. She left that distributor, was working with doing marketing for another. She was out of the industry. And then again, reached out and said, hey, I'm looking to do some freelance stuff.
In marketing.
Would you be interested, or do you know anybody interested?
Yeah.
And since we had that relationship, she was looking for more like referrals because we worked together. And then, like I said, I was like, I'm more than willing to try it out. We've never done anything like, I've posted a picture of an install. Hey, this is what I before and after type stuff before, but then actually like being consistent about it and having her do that, we were seeing results. So then again, we just had the conversation like, hey, would this be something that, you'd be interested in coming on full time and doing for us?
So she was freelance for how long, you think?
Oh, shoot. I would say probably not much, less than 6 months.
Okay. So she was freelance with you for 6 months and then, full time.
And then decided to.
It's a big leap.
Come on. It was.
And I think initially it was like run my Facebook. And then she has so much knowledge. She was like, we could do campaigns and we could do like all of the SEO and
website.
Like she has so much knowledge that it was like she couldn't just do Facebook.
Sure.
She would not have been happy. And it worked out that he wanted to grow the business as well. So
Yeah.
That's great.
it seemed great.
That's very convenient.
We got a new website. I mean, it just snowballed into something that we never thought would have, but yeah.
With I don't think I often get to talk to companies of your size that have like their own marketing head. So I just want to ask, I'm sure the audience like would want to know more. So is there still an agency involved anywhere in the picture?
There really hasn't.
There was never.
I think
so. She pretty much runs the bus.
Yeah.
So like, what exactly? Like, how are we driving leads today? Like, what are the channels that we're using?
All of the channels. So she does. I mean, SEO is really what she loves to do, which I think is a little unique in someone with her skill set. Most people are like, oh, I hate to sit behind a computer and like do the things. But she loves that and she loves results. So she's a numbers person. Yeah. Referrals, obviously super huge. I'm trying to think of the spreadsheet that she says we have.
Well, we started getting like leads now. I mean, we started getting into, we're doing some commercials. We're doing some billboards. We've gotten in with doing a little stuff with like the Cincinnati Reds, just keeping our brand out there, brand awareness type stuff.
We rebranded. It's probably been 4 years now since we rebranded, and she was like super instrumental in that. Yes, absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah.
For like any paid lead sources?
Not really, unless it's a slow season and we just turn it on for a little bit. We did paid leads a lot in the beginning, but we haven't needed to do that in a long time.
Okay.
Do some Yelp.
A little bit.
Some of that.
Yelp and Thumbtack, but sometimes Thumbtack. We really just flip it on if we need to.
Yeah, that makes sense. So what you guys talked about, like, as I would imagine a marketing leader to be thinking about numbers. I do think like that is the right person. I think there is a misconception I had when I first hired someone in marketing that they were supposed to be creative, but like really like it's data in, data out. Like you need a nerd. And I think that's best. But like, what are they, if they're not paying for leads, if you're not paying for leads, what are the numbers we're looking at? Like what's she measuring?
ROI basis. I mean, like,
against what though?
I guess, what do you mean by paying for leads? We're not doing like pay-per-click or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, she does like a lot of Google work. Is that paid? I don't know if that's considered paid.
Could be. Basically, I'm asking like, you were like, hey, she's on the computer, like driving into numbers all day. And like what numbers is basically what I'm asking. Do you guys know what she's looking like, what her scoreboard is or anything? It's not really a trick question.
I could pick up the question. I mean, it's not in my memory. So I don't, we probably
I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to grill you guys out.
No, I get it.
Just like, what is she looking at every day?
I think the interesting thing for her is that she's so self-motivated.
Yeah.
And like, she shares her numbers with us that we're like, okay, everything looks great. And like,
is it green or red?
Yeah, it's a green or red. And she does all of that herself, that we don't feel like we are as deeply involved in it. So when people ask us marketing questions, sometimes we're like,
I don't know.
Ask Elizabeth.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I will ask Elizabeth. Yeah, Elizabeth. Let's get Elizabeth on the horn here.
You would love
to talk about it.
This is the phone a friend.
Yes.
part of our show today. All right, so we'll keep rolling through here. So, what was the hardest part of starting from scratch? I mean, this is 15 years ago, so you have to harken it back.
So, I mean, one, I was, hungry, motivated, enjoyed the hustle. So, like the work aspect of it wasn't hard for me, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
That's just what I like working. So like the work part of it wasn't the physical work wasn't the hard part. It was, I mean, once you start getting into, again, having kids and the weekends and, oh, I want to do this, but then now you have an emergency call or whatnot. I just feel like the hours that you have to put in, and again, I would do it again, but the hours that you have to put in at the beginning, I mean, looking back now, it was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot. And thinking back like, man, could I do that all over again? But I didn't know any better. Mm-hmm. And it was just the grind that you just got up and did it until your day was over and then you went home.
Do you feel like that's resolved now? Like, do you feel like, How much time are you working now?
Oh, I'm still very involved. I still go in every day. I'm still, I'm not in the field every day. I still do, we still have those circumstances where, somebody calls off or we need to get this done or we can't figure out a problem here where I'll hop in a truck and go figure it out or get it done. But yes, my day to day now is very different from 15 years ago.
Yeah.
I work sure. He works 40 hours a week, I would say on average. And I'm part-time.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. That makes sense. What do you think, the motivation at the time was what? Like
to start the business?
Yeah. Just got married, want to build a family.
Yeah. Motivation for me was just working for myself. I wanted to work for myself. I wanted to help people. I wanted to really see if I could do it.
Yeah. You did it.
I just feel like, it was, and it feels good now. And, obviously
cool.
I feel like we're not done yet, but, one of those things where, I was getting phone calls, I was, staying busy, not really doing any type of marketing, but enough to just stay busy for myself. And then, having customers refer me going out and really just, like I said, proving to myself that I could do it and also just helping people get things done.
Yeah.
A lot of intrinsic reward for you as far as I installed that and it looks really good.
Yeah.
Intrinsic reward.
Yeah. How's the motivation changed? I mean, you're 15 years in.
I feel like motivation.
You've done it.
Yeah.
So what now?
Motivation now I feel like is more, one, seeing what we can grow this into.
Yeah.
And two, now we have 30 employees that we have to, make sure they get a paycheck and they, they're on the road every day. It's a different challenge now. And then seeing those employees that are able to, buy their first car, buy their first house. They're having kids, which is awesome. Yeah.
Where do you think it can go? What do you guys think? What's our aspiration?
I mean, in my opinion, dream
you don't want to say out loud.
In my opinion, I honestly think we're just scratching the surface.
Yeah.
I think we have a good leadership team now that is all in it for the same reasons. And we're at a point now where we just have to make some tweaks as we go to really boost up productivity. Mm. So I don't have an answer as far as it could go, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 million, we don't really have an end goal as far as where we want it to stop at. But I do feel like we have a lot of room for growth.
Yeah.
A lot of room for growth.
Who's on the leadership team?
So we have myself, Erin, Elizabeth, and then we have Kevin, who is our field supervisor. And then we have Michelle, who does operations as well. She kind of took, when Erin stepped back, she kind of filled Erin's role.
Got it.
Yep.
What does operations mean?
Just you can touch on that.
Yeah. So overseeing call center, overseeing, we have a project manager for installation that she kind of works in tangent with them, make sure, they have the skills, but she makes sure they have all the things major things that they're going to need for the job.
Literally equipment.
Yes. Make sure that the equipment's there.
Plumbing side.
When we have a 3-person plumbing division and she kind of she manages them, make sure they're meeting numbers and revenue is where it should be. And then making sure they have everything that they need to do what they do best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you over the last 15 years, I think a lot of you built a business, you reinvested probably everything. Mm-hmm. You're at the point where it's spitting off real money. Mm-hmm. As you think about this isn't a trick question. I'm just curious how other people think about it. Mm-hmm. How do you think about the reinvestment now? Because if you're saying hey, I think we could go to 10, 20, mm-hmm. 50. Mm-hmm. Okay. I agree. Mm-hmm. But that takes reinvestment.
Sure.
So how do you guys think about that 15 years in?
Yeah.
How's that changed?
It really hasn't changed a whole lot. I mean, I still think we're reinvesting into the business every year. I mean, we sit down And we have a budgeting, meeting before the beginning of the year, and just look to see where we can allocate our funds for growth. Obviously, we set goals.
What's the goal this year?
What's that?
What's the goal this year?
Our goal this year is 9.1.
Yeah. Yep. It's a big step over 5.
It is.
Yeah. It's him. We were like, how about 7?
I'm very ambitious.
And he's like,
are you pacing?
How about 9?
So we're just shy.
Just shy.
Just shy.
This is busy season, so I think we can make it up.
Yeah. We had a couple slower months at the beginning of the year that set us back a little bit, but yeah, we're on pace to hit June and maybe a little more to try to catch back up. And then
so June's like, what do you need? 800 out of June or
900? We're looking at about $1 million in June.
Yeah. Because you're HVAC driven. So like March, April is probably like 200 or something.
Yeah, it's much less. Yeah,
that's so depressing.
I know. Believe me, I know. And actually, I mean, we had better aspirations for May, but May wasn't that hot.
May was tough.
It was a tough month. So now we got to make it up, but we can do it. For sure.
Just to help. What I've been telling people just to help preload an excuse is the benefit of the podcast is we talk to everyone and we know everyone.
Yeah.
So the entire country, May was a shit show.
It was.
Our distributor said the same thing.
It was.
Yeah.
I was reaching out.
Like we got access to private equity. Like it was. No one had a good night.
Well, that makes me feel a lot.
Sorry, there's
better.
one company that I know that had a good night. No, we don't talk about them.
Yeah.
All right, 9.1. That's a big jump.
Reinvestment into growth. I want to say, I think we learned in the last 5 years something that you have to have the right people and you have to have the right leadership team. Yeah. And sometimes reinvesting means you hire another salary that's not actually revenue producing in a truck, turning the wrench, right? Yeah. But that means...
you guys are about to have to deal with that a lot in the next phase here.
But that means you're investing in your people, and those people, as long as they have the same goals and aspirations, and we take care of them, they're going to take care of the people that are in the truck running the jobs.
Yeah, that makes sense. So $1 million in June, down to like 100 in February, March? Like what's slow season?
Oh, no. I think we still had goals of like 3 to 5.
In what?
Like what did you guys achieve in like?
What was each month? Do you remember the revenue numbers for each month?
So it fluctuates probably between like 300,000 to 500,000.
Okay.
That makes sense. Is prior months.
Yeah. HVAC, man.
Yeah, I know.
Dude.
Up and down. Dude. Highs and lows.
Dude, it is crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. I think the only business that could be worse is like a seasonal ice cream stand. But like at least you could plan for that. Yeah. Like you don't have to go into the office. You just know it's closed.
Yeah.
Right. They just shut down.
Yeah.
This is unfair.
Yeah.
Okay. So marketing, field super, operations, yourself and your president or founder. What's your title?
Owner.
Okay. Yeah. Got it. That's and then, did I miss anybody there? 2 operations. So I listed operations twice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Makes sense. Okay. So we were talking about how the leadership team's good. That's where we've been reinvesting. That's how we feel like we're poised to grow. Mm-hmm. Okay. So as you think about, I'm remembering our like, I probably reinvested too aggressively. And I always wonder how other people like feel about that. Mm-hmm. I was basically willing to take nothing until like I paid myself, I think it was I don't know, 50 grand or 40 grand or something until I think the business crossed like $20 million.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that's when I started like actually paying myself. Mm-hmm. Like a range that is reasonable for the market of my position.
Sure.
It's not that that's no money. It's just like it was unmarketable salary.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So like how are you 10 to 20, like you guys have some big stuff coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Like first accounting hire. Have you brought them on yet?
We have not.
Yeah.
That's me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need like an HR platform is what we really need. Like right now I'm doing everything on Google spreadsheets still. And it's like, we have 30 people and different hire dates and different dates that come along throughout the years, benefits and stuff like that. And I'm managing all of that with the specific brokers that we use for each sector of that. Really need a platform to pull all that together. And
what are the other gaps? I'm just curious now.
Yeah.
Like, this is interesting.
Other gaps.
Like, how do you think what's going to get in your way in the next 12 months?
I think that 70% of our business is install. We need probably another install leader to help with the teams that we have, because I feel like to go from 4 to 9 in a year, it's going to be
4 to 9 million or 4 to 9 crews.
4 to 9 million.
Yeah.
Like you're going to need. And right now, there's two strategies. We can hire more plumbers and grow that side, and not that they're going to, I mean, they still make revenue, but not the same that install does. Or we just keep building up our install side, and that's what we know. So we could go hire another install manager and keep growing the HVAC install side. Or we hire a plumbing manager and let's grow the plumbing side. Mm-hmm. Or we do both. I don't know. We're just always looking. If we found the right person, we would know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we're kind of at a stage where we have to make some decisions as far as, what direction we need to go and where our next hire is.
Yeah.
And we don't really have that. We don't really have that answer right now. But,
how are you guys feel? Like next, like your fork in the roads. Sorry, my stomach. Yeah. Your fork in the road, like more HVAC, more plumbing. Is that the fork in the road that you're thinking through? Like,
yeah, I mean, obviously the majority of our revenue is installation. So I feel like that's an easy one to kind of focus on. And we currently have, and my background's in HVAC. So we are a company heavy on the HVAC side. Mm-hmm. Again, with having 3 plumbers, they stay busy, they get, bring in revenue. But that is not something that we've put a whole lot of focus on up to this point. Yeah. We have done we've done a ton of focusing on the HVAC side and creating processes and things like that on that side.
So how are you guys thinking through this? Like, as you sort of weigh the different fork in the road options here, like what are the things you're thinking about as you go through that?
I think, again, on my side of things, I think as we hit the fork in the road, we'll lean more on the HVAC side than the plumbing side is my thought on that. Is that the right thing to do? Maybe, maybe not. It's like, probably
why are you weighing it that way? That's what I'm curious. Because this question comes up a ton.
Okay.
And it's one of the, like at our Breaking 5 workshop, we do that twice a year. Mm-hmm. This past one, I want to say a third. We start off the thing with hey, what's one thing if you walk away knowing the answer to this question, you'd be totally satisfied with spending 2 days with me.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think a third of them were when do we launch the second location? When do we launch the second trade? Okay. It was one of the most frequently that and how do I get more leads?
Right.
Sure.
That was it basically.
Yeah.
So I think I just want to understand more how you're thinking about this because this is a really frequent question.
Right.
Hey, how do I think about breaking off from my core service? What are the pros? What are the cons? I just want to try to get in your head a little bit here.
In my thought process of it, the way that we're structured now, it would be easier to continue and grow the HVAC side and the installation side as to the volume that they're doing, right? The installations, furnace AC installs, they're a bigger ticket. Versus the plumbing side, which I think at that point we would have to bring somebody in that has that experience.
Like a manager.
Like a manager. We'd have to bring somebody in that could manage and help us grow that department.
Yeah. Because we don't have that expertise.
I don't think we have that expertise.
Yeah, your one team member in operations was managing it?
Correct.
Yes.
What was her name?
Michelle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And that was just kind of a short-term solution to try to kind of hone it in and see where we're at as far as our numbers and how things are going.
But as far as getting the leads is not a problem. Elizabeth does a fantastic job. She will get us leads, whether it be in plumbing or HVAC. For us, that's not an issue. And Michelle manages it from an high level operations. I can give people their numbers. I can tell you how much revenue you brought in, what's your conversion rate, that kind of stuff. Inspiring people to do it and having the knowledge on the plumbing side to suggest other avenues for them to create more revenue.
Yeah.
We don't have that person.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So to me, it's almost a simultaneous. You can do it simultaneously. You can grow your plumbing side and you can grow your HVAC as long as you get people in the door, a manager who has the skills to do that, to move it forward.
Yeah, that makes sense. Outside of HR, the HR platform, like what's the other infrastructure needs you guys are thinking about right now? Like, how's your facility? Is it big enough? Do you think you'll have to move? What do you think?
I think I'm a minimalist. I think we can work. Yeah. I didn't want to buy the building we had now, but here we are, and it's been fantastic. I'll give you that. But
1 point.
That's right.
I got you, dude. I got you. It's even recorded and going up.
There we go.
Okay. All right.
I am a process person. I feel like if you have processes in place, the space, the square footage you need is like a nice to have. I mean, eventually.
It does change.
It does change how your processes are run. I know.
Eventually, it does change.
I know. But
how much square footage do you have now?
I have 2 buildings right across the street from each other, so it's what our office is.
The office is about 1,000 square foot, and then we have a 1,500 square foot warehouse space.
Okay.
With offices, at the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, HR platform. What software are we on?
Service Titan.
Yep. Okay. I'm trying to think what else would.
What
else people would want to know. The marketing thing's pretty interesting.
I mean, I think Service Titan and marketing is things that we adopted early that a lot of people don't want to bite the bullet and pay for. And every industry that I talk to people that are starting businesses, I'm like, hire a marketer. Hire someone that knows what they're doing in marketing. Don't try to learn it yourself.
Yeah.
Because it's complicated. They go to school for a while. Yeah. And it's complicated. And if your brain doesn't think like that, it's really hard to think like that.
Yeah.
Just and it only gets you so far. Again, like I did it for, 7-8 years. And you're so consumed with other things going on in the business where it's like, then you're going to try to do one post a month or a week or whatever it may be, to where I will say once we brought marketing on, and there's agencies and things like that you can, hire as well. But I feel like, again, if the phones aren't ringing, you can have the greatest technicians and things like that. Yeah. But if the phones aren't ringing, nothing happens. So that's one thing but when we tell people that we have marketing in-house at our size, and this was obviously several years ago when we were much smaller, they just kind of thought we were crazy.
Yeah. And him and Elizabeth work well together. Elizabeth is creative, but also very numbers driven.
Yeah.
He's pretty creative.
Nice.
So that they can like bounce things off each other. Yeah. Hey, let's try this. Hey, what do you think about this? And she's like, yeah, I can measure that. Like, this is how I'm going to do it. Let's try it. And then they work pretty well together when it comes to.
I'll try anything.
Yeah.
If it's a crazy idea, my whole thing with marketing too is I like to be unique, different, try different things. Obviously you see a lot of HVAC companies, plumbing companies, with similar offers, and we have similar offers as well. But just trying to think outside the box is what I try to do.
Yeah.
So
Google keeps getting more expensive and affiliate leads are getting worse. And somehow you're paying more for fewer, lower quality leads. And that's pretty much the game right now. So here's something that most operators are missing. Yelp. I know what you're thinking, but Yelp is way more than just a restaurant rating app. Last year, over 125 million home service leads were generated on Yelp, and almost 50 million homeowners are searching there every single month. Here's the real kicker though. Their data powers answers across ChatGPT, Google AI, Apple Maps, and Alexa, basically everywhere people are searching before they even know your company name. So instead of fighting over the same expensive Google clicks, you're showing up where customers are actually discovering and deciding who to hire. One company, Fuse Service, out in the Bay Area, HVAC, plumbing, electrical, does $20 million a year from Yelp alone. They're closing 75% of their Yelp leads, and about 70% of their entire customer base comes from the platform. So if you're serious about leveling up your lead gen, go to business.yelp.com/owned and operated and book a call. What are you trying now?
As far as on the marketing side?
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, we have our promotions going on, rebates, things like that. We have a very strong warranty offer that we do on our installs. So that is something I feel is kind of unique to our.
Yeah. What is the offer?
Do I give away our secrets?
You don't.
I'm just kidding.
It's published.
I'm kidding.
Go ahead.
So no, our offer is we do a 10-10-10. So it's a 10-year parts, 10-year labor, 10-year maintenance.
Nice.
So we build that into our package, which we've seen some companies that are coming up with similar ones, but we've been doing this for several years now.
Yeah, nice.
And I will tell you that the warranty aspect of it has been huge for us.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And again,
what's average ticket for your HVAC install? Do you guys know?
Average ticket's probably around 12. Yeah.
And then do you guys know service?
Average ticket.
Yeah.
350.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd like it to be higher. Just
all
kidding.
would.
They do a great job.
How is memberships a big part of the business?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So we have over 2,000, about 2,100 our memberships.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
That's a big focus.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
How's hiring gone?
Since the beginning.
Hiring has gone much better. So it's funny because I don't do any of the hiring anymore.
He's fired him from hiring.
I've been fired from hiring because I give everybody a chance, give everybody an opportunity to where we have now become more specific on who we hire, why we hire them, the role that they are expecting to fulfill before they come into the company. So we've shifted a little bit on who does the hiring, who does the interviews, but also we're finding that we are getting more applications from private equity companies.
Sure.
That they may have worked for several years and aren't happy with the way things have changed or going or whatnot. So we've been able to bring them on board with training.
Yeah.
A lot of those technicians have already had some type of training.
Yeah.
So I feel like
what's your training source? Are you like Certain Path or Nexstar or?
We are not. So at one point I was part of a coaching group, CEO Warrior, out of New Jersey.
I feel like I've heard of that.
Yeah.
I don't know much about it, but I feel like it's like Black and Gold, and
exactly.
That's all I remember.
Yep. So I was with them for several years.
What does CEO Warrior do?
They're a coaching group. It's
for the trades.
They are for the trades. They are for the trades. So I was with them for several years, and then they ended up the original owners that started it ended up selling. And again, it just didn't seem like a good fit for us anymore, so we got out of it. But
is it still CEO Warrior?
It is. Yeah, it's still CEO Warrior. Yep. But that's something that Kevin, our field supervisor, he comes from a company that has Nexstar training, and different type of training. So he's kind of brought that with him.
Is CEO Warrior like he gives you sales process? Okay.
Yeah. Technician.
Yeah, I never actually knew what it was.
Yeah.
I just remember seeing the name.
Yeah.
Is there like a lion, or am I making that up?
It's more like just like a shield type. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I made it up. All right. So hiring has gone better since you don't do it anymore.
Yeah. Exactly. 100%. Yeah. It's funny how that worked.
That is funny.
Yeah.
And what have you guys done on culture over the years? Like, how have you helped to improve it and drive it forward?
Yeah. So you can touch on that a little bit.
I took a lot from healthcare culture. So
to-dos or not to-dos?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
But I worked in oncology. And so obviously that's a hard unit. And in order to maintain your good nurses and staff, you have to have a strong culture. And I think that means surveying people for what a good culture actually looks like. So when we started working on culture, right after I came on, it's like surveying people. What do you want out of a job? What do you want out of a workplace? What would make you want to come to work in the morning? And so we just took results from that, and we do a yearly culture survey to just maybe do it every 6 months to check and see where we are. But we believe that if you take care of your people will take care of your customers. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of what I do, Michelle does a lot of this, is we do monthly, just like pop-ins. So like on Cincinnati's big into baseball, and on opening day, we'll do an opening day popcorn and soda and come in and chit chat in the office at some point throughout the day, kind of an open house thing. So we do one of those monthly, just a themed day. And then we do events quarterly, offsite. We shut down everything for half a day, and we go bowling. We just played kickball last month.
Who won?
Our team.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
It's the first year we won.
Yeah.
And
Is it like inside ops first field or something?
No, we actually we pick names out of a hat, but Kevin, our field supervisor, we do it on like a video and shoot it out to everybody so that everyone knows it's fair. But it's like, you're on team, here's your team captain, here's your team captain, you're on team Erin, you're on team Ryan. Yeah.
That's funny.
So it's fun. It's and so just quarterly events that people can those are actually required because we pay them for it. We shut down everything for the day, and they have to come have fun. And then the other things, the monthly things stop in through the day. But taking care of people, I think, and also the operations director, field managers do one-on-ones, so offsite once a month with everybody, so individually. So they'll go to Bob Evans for coffee before work, or usually they start their day. And I think work-life balance has been huge, just with the history we have and how much we worked when our kids were very young. I want people to feel like I can come to work rested, rejuvenated. I want to be there because you've given me time with my family elsewhere. So we don't run 24/7 on call. We can't get them there by 8 p.m., then the customer can wait till the next day. And I think you don't want to, like, customer's always right, but also you want good technicians. So you have to balance that throughout all the scheduling.
Yeah.
And on call, they get a day off right before they're on call, so they're not working 14 days in a row. And we've pulled them for what they want. What would make your on call better? Because we're in an industry that has an on call. So how can we make it the best it can be?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Sounds like you guys put a ton of thought into it.
We have.
Yeah.
The one-on-ones have been huge. Just having time to sit down and sometimes they're not even about work. They're about what's going on at home, or, my car just broke down, or this, that, or the other, whatever it may be. So just an avenue for somebody to vent a little bit and have a chance to get some things off their chest, and then, hopefully make their day better, and then go back to work.
And they don't bring numbers. It's not a numbers conversation. The numbers are during the meetings, this business unit meetings. So they literally come and have coffee and
chill.
Yeah.
What was the hardest thing for you guys to delegate?
Oh, me personally, was the physical work. Yeah. Like I am.
Well, you said you were still getting out in the truck. I feel like
I do.
Are you chasing that? Like, are those good days for you?
There are not bad days. Yeah. I enjoy working with my hands. I enjoy doing the work. Yeah. Like she said earlier, you go out on an install, you go out on a job, you sit back, you look like, man, this really looks good. It works good. That is by far the hardest thing for me to still delegate. Yeah. Is letting somebody else do the work and my name being on it is hard, because I am very much a person of, I'll just go get it done. Like, I'll just, with this problem is there, I'll go get it done.
It won't be a problem anymore.
Won't be a problem anymore. Move on. So again, as we grow and, realizing that that's not feasible, stepping back and, having a role, and not trying to do everything, or not just hopping in a truck as soon as there's a problem that arises and trying to go fix it, has definitely been my hardest part, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. For sure.
How do you think, like, over the next couple of years, that just becomes more pronounced? Like, how are you working on yourself to prep for that?
I think, honestly, you're just gonna probably just have to strap me down in a chair and just not let me go, because
alternatively you could hire.
What's that?
You could hire.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that we don't have the people. Like
no. Hire a CEO.
Oh, yeah.
Like hire the job that you don't want to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get back in the truck.
I mean, that is a real.
That's true. And it's not that I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Again, like I don't have I'm learning the business side of it.
Yeah.
Every single day.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just more of a comfort.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable in the truck. I'm comfortable with fixing things and things like that. It's just, I would love to transition more into the other side of it. I just find myself, and we've done a lot.
I was just going to say, you have been a lot.
I am not in the truck every day. No. There are certain.
There's a philosophy. I think it's called zone of genius. That wasn't me being like a dick on purpose.
Oh, no,
potentially accidentally.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think, but there's like a zone of genius where, like we all operate best inside our zone of genius. And as you think about hiring someone, like we do this for a lot of our senior leaders, like, hey, what do you want to do every day?
Mm-hmm.
Because when you walk in, like people are going to tend to do the thing that they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So like you want to be in the truck. That's where you feel most comfortable. So like you can attempt to drive that out of yourself, which might be the right decision. Or you could also just like hire someone that has no desire to do that at all.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe their zone of genius is improving the business every day.
Yeah.
But I think interesting challenge.
Yeah.
Like we grew the business and I did not have that desire like my dad did.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad could never and I'm not saying that that's your future, but like he could never let go of the field.
Mm-hmm.
And it ended up holding the business back. So I was the solution to that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, now we grew.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's sort of like he stayed within his zone and I stayed within mine.
Yeah. Gotcha. Were you ever in the truck?
Yeah. First 8 years of my career was in tech.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then after that, but like it wasn't where I felt the most comfortable.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
And I think as we've kind of touched on that by hiring field supervisor, operations director, and that has, I think, it has grown us. Yeah, we just have to you have to say.
Right
now.
Yeah, exactly.
Right now. On air. Yeah, I think, well, the funny thing about the title for this section is on my notes here is Growing Beyond Yourself, which is kind of funny because I think like we're always the bottleneck as the owner. We're always the bottleneck for the business.
Yeah.
And like you're going to be the bottleneck. You probably have been the bottleneck and just like I'm the bottleneck.
Yeah.
And there's nothing really bad about that. It's just, it is what it is. But like, you'll have to like figure out how to unbottleneck that. And it's either going to be like, okay, I'm going to do the thing where like, I want to go in every day and do this thing, or I have to hire someone to,
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it is an interesting problem.
Yeah.
The bottleneck that we're solving right now inside my business is CFO. And it's the same thing. Like I naturally walk in every day and, because I've just been so driven by the numbers for the last 10 years, like that is where I feel the most comfortable. But I'm not as talented as an actual CFO.
Sure.
So I have to remove myself from the area that I feel the most comfortable in every day.
Yeah.
So like, that's my example of I'm the bottleneck there,
Sure.
and the right CFO will compound like hugely for us. So
Sure.
we're excited, but I'm definitely in our own way.
Yeah.
All right, you're still independent. You haven't sold. As you think about the business, what are your aspirations? You want to make it big? What else?
Just moving forward, like what are our aspirations for the business?
Yeah, like how do you
forward?
think? So I'm running a business that my grandfather started in the 50s. And my grandfather tried to tell my dad not to get into it. My dad tried to tell me not to get into it.
Okay.
Here we friggin' are.
Yeah.
It probably has something to do with the swings.
Exactly. Yeah.
But businesses they only do two things. They either sell or they shut down.
Sure.
They either sell to an outside party, inside party, or your kids or family.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or they close.
Right.
So like, how do you guys think about that as founders of your what could be a family legacy business? Or
again, I feel like with 3 kids, they're still young. I don't know what direction they're going to go as far as getting into the business or whatnot. I don't think I'd ever steer them out of the business. I've enjoyed, obviously being in the business, the experiences that I've had with the business. We've been able to create a company, make a living out of running a company. So that's something that I would never steer my kids away from if they were interested in one day, taking it over.
And either that means if any of them want to get in a truck or anyone want to get behind the business side, the options over there. I think the aspiration for us right now is we like what we do and we're making money, and we serve customers and we serve our staff, and everyone, as far as they're telling us, likes what they do and they make money. And I think all options are on the table because I don't feel like, and I don't think you feel like, we're in a place that we hate to go to work every day, or we don't feel like we need out, or we don't feel like right now it's good. It's great. We're making money and making a legacy for our kids and our,
hopefully, making a difference in the community.
Yeah.
But yeah, like to kind of touch on that point, like if there became a day that I woke up and was just like, ugh, gotta go back into work, felt like, it was just miserable every day, then we would sit down and have a serious conversation on what that looked like. But
right now, I feel like you just keep your P&L in line and be available to sell to your kids, sell to your, some not private equity, sell to private equity. We still got a lot of working years left in us. Yeah. So we'll see where the road takes us.
Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting. I think I had this, when I first started off, I had this aspiration, which obviously I did not do, but I'm 10 years in. My 10th anniversary is in like 90 days or something.
Oh, okay. Congrats.
And I wanted to be able to have the ability to sell the business at 5 years. And like obviously we didn't.
Yeah.
But it did help like give real clarity about like what I should be doing every day, because if that was the goal, then every day had to sort of drive towards that.
Sure. And I think the goal is to be profitable every year at a level that you can pivot whenever you want.
What level is that to you?
Like profitability? I would say around 10 to 15% every year.
As we start wrapping up, I've got a couple closing questions for us.
Sure.
One lesson every home service business owner should learn sooner.
One lesson they should learn sooner, I feel like, one is hire the right people. I feel like trying to do everything, kind of like we spoke earlier, is just bottlenecking your company. So being willing to, kind of get the right people on board with you that have the same vision that you have, will take a lot off your plate and allow you to focus on other aspects of the company. The other thing I would say is taking risks, not just a risk in like starting the company, but risk in while you're running the company, doing different things that not every other company in your area is doing. Cincinnati's a very competitive market. I mean, we were talking earlier, and there's you drive and there's a new truck you see every day.
Cincinnati's tough.
Cincinnati's
like in like a couple states, Cincinnati's like the hardest, I think.
Yeah. And we see it, so just again, taking risks, being different, thinking outside the box, doing, having different interactions with your customers. So one, they refer their friends and family. And then me starting out, reviews are still huge, but starting out, those were our bread and butter. I mean, I still take reviews very personal. Yeah. But like when we had, 50 to 100 reviews, it was like, everyone had to be a 5-star.
Yeah. What about you?
I think when you speak on risk, also having the flexibility to like pivot if something's not going right. And I think, or if it's going well,
do more,
grow it, right? And being intentional about how quickly you either jump ship or grow from the things you're trying and that's a beauty of being our own owners, owner operated, so that you can really pivot whenever you want. It's your decision.
Yeah.
You're making the call with the education the team that you have around you, and making educated pivots. But that's the beauty of it. You can continue to do what you're doing, or you can try something new tomorrow. It's great.
Yeah.
So
I agree. What are you guys most proud of building? What's the piece?
Most proud of building?
Yeah. We're proud of along the journey.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, starting out 15 years ago, just wanting to really work for myself and just seeing where the company is now and seeing, again, kind of going back to like the employees that we have, we're building a company that I feel like, people enjoy coming to work for.
Yeah.
And they are able, circling back to able to do things that they have not been able to do before, as far as maybe take that vacation that they've always been wanting to, and things like that. Just seeing other people,
be successful.
Be successful. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's really what I'm proud about.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I think I saw a meme recently that said, like, unfortunately, my parents didn't pass down generational wealth; they passed down good work ethic, and that's so true. Like I think we have people that work for us that model our work ethic, and that shows in all of our customer interactions, and then passing that work ethic down to our kids. You go work for what you want. So I'm proud of that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. And final one, if you could give your 2011 self some advice, what would it be?
Oh,
don't do it.
No.
Don't do it.
Yeah, run. No. I think really just stick with it. Going through what I know now, it's hard. It's hard. It's not easy. It's a lot of work. And, obviously, we've gotten to this point because I've stuck with it and, through the hard times and everything else. But yeah, my 2011 self, like it gets better. I mean, I never thought that I would be in the position I am now 15 years later. So yeah, just sticking with it. And
how old were you?
When I started, I was around 28.
Keep reinvesting, I think. Reinvesting in yourself as far as like learning, but reinvesting money too. I mean,
yeah,
you can do it slowly without gaining a ton of debt if you want to. So keep reinvesting. Yeah.
Those are good. Thanks guys for coming on today. This was a ton of fun.
Thanks.
Thank you. Appreciate it.